This conference will now be recorded.
This is John Reed, the president of the Assure Group. We are one of the leading crop insurance agencies in the Midwest and have an extensive background in product development. We've been doing private program development since 2012 and have developed over 15 programs in that time frame from various crops: corn, soybeans, sugar beets, potatoes, rice, sunflowers, and so on. And we were asked to work on a hemp insurance program a little over a year and a half ago. And when we start digging into a program, we want to learn as much about that crop as we can. And we actually, as we learned about it, decided to start growing hemp ourselves. So we are also hemp farmers here in the Midwest. There's a number of different hemp programs or hemp insurance options available. You've got a hail insurance program from some various federal crop companies. You have some weather-based programs available. And then the federal government's bringing out a hemp insurance program as well. However, the federal program is mostly focused for seed and fiber growers. What we created is called HempGuard, and this program is the only crop insurance program in the country that's completely developed and focused on CBD production and protecting on the inputs for CBD growers. So let's talk about HempGuard. This is a real quick overview. HempGuard is a multi-peril program, meaning it covers against multiple perils, lots of perils. So drought, excess moisture, hail, wind, ponding and pooling in your field, frost, snow, freeze, things along those lines. It'll protect against insect damage, hemp borers, caterpillars, things like that, disease, quality. So you've got mold issues, white mold, leaf spot, tar spot, different things along those lines. This program will protect against it. What's not going to be covered on a program like this is it will not protect against or protect ground that's located in floodplains as designated by USDA and RMA, the Risk Management Agency. It's not going to protect against your plant just going hot or against negligent farming practices. Now, if your plant does go hot because of an excessive weather event or significant weather event, it will protect against that, but you would have to provide and show an ability to prove that you've been taking consistent testing and tracking your THC levels. If that weather event occurs and you're unable to harvest, but it does go hot and you cannot prove that you actually had tests being done, it would not protect you in that situation. So we do have a pretty tight process we go through for underwriting. The big one there is we want to make sure you understand how to farm this crop and that you have a plan. So we're going to look at your experience. If experienced or not experienced, it's okay. If you're not experienced, there are some things you would need that we would ask of you to do. But if you're really trying to be successful in the program, that's not going to be anything that's excessive. We do have to approve the seed or seedlings or clones that are being planted and the company they're coming from. We see a lot of issues on that side of it, so we have to make sure that you're getting good quality seed and plants into the field. We want to understand what your farming practices are going to be from your plant spacing. We do only insure irrigated ground, so it's got to have drip tape, sub-drip, ditch irrigation, or pivot irrigation to be qualified. We want to understand where your weed and insect control plan is and that you have a plan to pull any male plants that do occur, even though you'll be planting and working with feminized plants. We also want to understand what your harvest and drying plans are and the marketing of your biomass. Basically, we just want to make sure that you have a good plan and successful plan in place to have a successful crop for 2020 and to help mitigate as many of the issues as you can. And if you can't mitigate all of them, that's what we're here to do, is help protect against those. All applications must be submitted prior to April 1st. I would recommend doing it significantly earlier than that. This is a new program, so we do have some restrictions and limited capacity. So we anticipate that our program will be sold out between February 1st and March 1st. The policy is effective from April 1st or upon underwriting approval, the later of. If you are in a southern area that plants earlier, we can adapt for that as well. Policy will expire on November 1st or harvest the earlier of. You do have to submit to us an acreage report by July 20th, letting us know where and how much you planted. And then when you report to the states what your expected harvest date is, you also have to submit to us what's called an expected harvest report, letting us know about your harvest window and also where your plant status is at that time, what you're expecting your yield to be. Then we will also want a current picture at the time of the field, just for our records. If you're looking for help as a newer farmer or looking for options, we do have one primary partner called Whitefield Hemp Partners. These guys can supply seed and seedlings to you, and a lot of times they'll actually help subsidize the insurance, and they basically market their seed and seedlings pretty close to the same market price as everyone else, but then they include the insurance in their actual offering. So that could be one way to help subsidize any programs. They offer consulting, biomass brokering, and they also have commercial drying services available. So they're one of our key partners. Even the agent that sent you this, they would still be the agent for you even if you did work with this company. So that is a very quick highlight of our program. Hope this helps. Please get back in touch with the agent that sent you this and ask any questions. Thank you very much.